Good evening, 10th class. Today we are going to start new chapter, life process of bio. In this chapter we will study about life processes which occur in all living organisms. Before the starting of the chapter, we will discuss what criteria we will take or to decide whether something is alive. The most important criteria to decide whether something is alive is movement. All living things move without the help of any external help. Like some movements are easily visible, like in moving of body parts. Some movements are not easily visible, like molecular movements. The molecular movements in cells and tissues is necessary for all life processes. Like in this picture you can see some of the organisms are shown, birds, fishes, which can move with the help of their wings or fins. So come to the main topic, life processes. What do you mean by life process? Life process are the basic processes in living organisms which are necessary for maintaining their life. The basic life processes are nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. These are very important life processes. If it will not occur, it means the organism cannot survive. Nutrition is the first one. It is a process of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body for its life processes. Every organism do this life process to maintain its life. Second is respiration. Is the process by which food is burnt in the cells of body with the help of oxygen to release energy. Third one is transportation. It is the process by which food, oxygen, water, waste products are carried from one part of the body to the other. Fourth one is excretion. It is the process by which waste products are removed from the body. The pictures are shown related to these life process are, first one is a nutrition. In this topic we will study about digestive system, how organisms break down their food to get energy. Second one, respiratory system. Different respiratory organs are present in different organisms to perform respiration, so that the oxygen is used to break down food to release energy in the body. Third one, diagram is related to transportation life process. In this topic, lungs and heart and different organs are shown by which the food, oxygen, water and waste materials are transported from one part to the other part of the body. And last one is excretion process, which is performed by kidneys. In this topic we will discuss that how kidneys produce urine or how blood is filtered so that waste material is excreted out of the body. Then after this, next topic, the main topic is nutrition. What do you mean by nutrition? It is the process of taking food by an organism, its utilization by the body to build the body for growth, to repair the damaged parts of the body and for energy. Nutrition occurs in every living organism, either it is of small size or of a big size. Like example amoeba, or we can say human beings. Every organism performs this life process to maintain its life. Life on earth depends on carbon based molecules. Carbon based molecules like organic compounds, and most of the food are also carbon based molecules. The outside raw material used by living organisms are food, water and air. So every living organism are dependent on these three components so that they can prepare their food or they can take nutrition from other organisms. Modes of nutrition. Nutrition can be of two types or two modes. It can be autotrophic or it can be heterotrophic. Autotrophic type is that in which organisms prepare their food by themselves by using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Examples of organisms those perform autotrophic nutrition are all green plants and some bacteria. Some bacteria which are having presence of chlorophyll or any pigment through which they can produce their own food. Then second mode is heterotrophic nutrition. It is a type of nutrition in which organisms get their food directly or indirectly from plants or from animals. Example, all animals, fungi and some bacteria, including humans. Then next is type of heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition is again divided into main types like saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition and holozoic. Saprophytic, in this type of nutrition, organisms get their food from dead and decaying organisms. They break down the food material outside their body and then absorb it. Saprophytic is a type of nutrition in which the food is not break down inside the body. It is broken down outside the body, and basically this type of nutrition is taken from dead and decaying organisms. The organism which perform this type of nutrition is mushroom, bread mold, yeast and some bacteria. Next one is parasitic nutrition. As the name suggests, parasitic nutrition, in this kind, organisms live on other organism body or inside or on the body so that they can take nutrient from them. But in this case, parasitic nutrition mode, the organism is not killed, it is utilized to take food from them. Example is cascata, orchids, ticks, lice, leeches, roundworm, tapeworm, plasmodium, etc. Third one is holozoic. In this kind of nutrition, organisms take directly food inside the body and the food is digested inside the body and absorbed by it also. Example, amoeba, paramecium, birds, fishes, humans, etc. Like in this picture, first one picture is of fungus or mushroom. In this, they are growing on a dead decaying organism part so that they can take nutrition from it. Second one picture is of cascata, which is grown on a plant so that the cascata or amal bale take nutrition from another plant. Then last one is a picture of amoeba, which take food from outside and that food is digested and absorbed inside the body. After this, next topic is nutrition in plants. First topic related to this is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, as the name suggests, photo means light and synthesis means preparation or formation. In this process, plants prepare their own food with the help of carbon dioxide and water, and the process occurs in the presence of sunlight by absorbing sunlight into the chlorophyll. The food which is prepared by this process is carbohydrate, which is stored in plants in the form of starch, and oxygen is released in the process. Equation of photosynthesis. In this case, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 12 molecules of oxygen is utilized to produce glucose plus 6 molecules of water and 6 molecules of oxygen. Process of photosynthesis, some major steps are: first one, absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Second step of photosynthesis is that absorbed light energy is converted into chemical energy, and in this step water molecules is split into hydrogen and oxygen. The third one step of photosynthesis is the carbon dioxide which is absorbed by stomata is reduced to form carbohydrates. This picture is depicting process of photosynthesis. In this process, carbon dioxide is taken in by stomata and water is absorbed by roots. Oxygen is produced which is released by stomata, and glucose is formed which is stored in the form of starch in plants. Then chlorophyll. What do you mean by chlorophyll? These are the green pigments which are present in leaves. If we observe a cross section of a leaf under a microscope, we can see cells which containing a green dot like structures which called chloroplast. Chloroplast is an organelle which is found basically in plant cell and which contain chlorophyll. The function of chlorophyll to trap sunlight. This diagram shows a section of a leaf. It contains topmost layer which is a waxy cuticle, and after that upper epidermis is shown. Palisade mesophyll is present here. Palisade are elongated cells which contain number of chloroplasts. After that spongy mesophyll is shown there. Spongy mesophyll is little bit different from palisade. You can see the shape of these cells are different. In a leaf some air spaces are also present, and at the end in the lower epidermis what structures are present? It contains stomata with a guard cell and chloroplast, and the same waxy cuticle is present. The function of waxy cuticle is to protect leaf from direct sunlight and to reduce transpiration. This is a plant cell which having a presence of outermost layer cell wall, then cell membrane, inner side vacuole is present. Chloroplast is shown here which contain number of chlorophyll. A nucleus is present which is controlling the function of cell and cytoplasm. This diagram shows chloroplast which containing number of structures: outer membrane, inner membrane, stoma, granum, thylakoid, lamella, lumen. Different structures are responsible for different functions, and the basic function of whole part is to perform photosynthesis. Figure 25, stomata open to allow carbon dioxide to enter a leaf and water vapor to leave. In this diagram, we will study about how carbon dioxide enter into the leaf and how water vapor is released from it. The full function is controlled by stomata. It is a pore-like structure which is present on every leaf. The number of stomata is more on lower epidermis as compared to upper epidermis. Stomata, the definition of stomata are: these are tiny pores which are present in the leaves through which exchange of gases take place, and the gases are carbon dioxide and oxygen. Each stoma has a pair of guard cells, and the function of guard cells is to control opening and closing of stomatal pore so that oxygen, carbon dioxide and water vapor can easily enter or release. When water enters the guard cells, it swells and the pore opens, and when the guard cell loses water, it shrinks and the pore closes. Basically, the function of guard cell is to open and or to close the stoma so that water, oxygen and carbon dioxide can easily be exchanged. These are tiny structures of stomata which are shown here. The first one picture here, it depicts that stomata is open, and the second one on the right hand side, it shows that stomata is closed. In first one picture, stomata open with the help of guard cell, and in this case water enter from epidermal cell to the guard cell. Because of it, guard cell swell and that causes stomata open. On the next right hand side, in this case water goes from guard cell to their epidermal cell, and that because of that the guard cell become shrink and stomata will close. After this, the next topic is nutrition in animals. In this topic, first we will discuss about nutrition in amoeba. As you know, amoeba is a unicellular microorganism which is living in a stagnant water. It takes food with the help of finger-like projections, that is pseudopodia. Pseudopodia, it is also known as false feet. With the help of pseudopodia, amoeba move to the food and take that food inside the body. The food goes to food vacuole where it is digested and absorbed. The undigested food is sent out through the surface of the cell. Amoeba, it don't have any kind of appendages, that's why amoeba move with the help of a pseudopodia, false structure, false fit-like structure which is near to surface. Then next is nutrition in human beings. In human beings, nutrition take place with the help of a digestive system. It consists of alimentary canal, different glands which produce different kinds of chemicals, enzymes so that food can be easily digested. The main organs of digestive system are starting from mouth, it leads to esophagus, then stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. And the glands which are present in digestive system are salivary glands, gastric glands, liver, pancreas and intestinal glands. You can see this diagram, salivary gland is mentioned here, then tongue epiglottis is shown, esophagus is shown and liver gland is shown, then stomach, pancreas, gallbladder, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. Every part of the digestive system performing a particular function so that food can be easily digested in the body. So, starting from the mouth, what is the function of mouth in digestive system? Whatever food we are taking in, the food is broken down into small particles by the teeth and mixed with saliva from the salivary gland. Saliva क्या है? Saliva contains enzyme salivary amylase which convert starch into sugar. Then the food process passes through the esophagus into the stomach. Esophagus, it is also known as food pipe, which is a tube-like structure which helps to connect mouth to the stomach and to transport food from mouth to the stomach. Stomach, the gastric glands produce gastric juices which contain enzyme pepsin, hydrochloric acid, mucus. What is the function of pepsin? Pepsin actually is an enzyme which helps to digest protein. HCl makes the medium acidic so that pepsin easily digests protein. Function of mucus is to protect the stomach wall so that acid attack can be prevented. After that, food passes into the small intestine. Up to this, the food is partially digested. The final digestion will take place in small intestine. In the upper part of small intestine is called duodenum. In this structure, the bile juice and pancreatic juice come into it, and the pancreatic juice and bile juice help to digest the food material. Small intestine, it is also acting as a gland, that's why it's produced intestinal juice. It helps to digest carbohydrate like glucose, fats into fatty acids, cholesterol, proteins into amino acids. It contains finger-like projections which is called villi, which having a huge network of blood vessels. It helps to increase the surface area so that the digested food can easily absorbed. The digested food is absorbed by the blood and then transported to the cell of the body. The undigested food which is not digested in small intestine will moves to large intestine. Over here the water is absorbed and the waste material is removed through the anus.